so long as like Alchemy.
Curry back from his 2-game hiatus after retweaking the right ankle. And you know it's only right. You're going to see a step back when Steph's back. Ibaka's the first victim. And you knew the Warriors wanted to come out and make a statement. Cleveland had just got blown out here in Toronto. Everybody talking about how good this young Raptors team, and there's Draymond from his favorite spot on the floor from the top of the key. So they were locked in early and hitting everything. Clay's like, I want some, taking advantage of the 6-foot Van Vliet in the post. And then Serge, I don't know what happened, man. You had a spark when you started, but now you're just garbage. Clay the pulley, and then Pete the bench. Straight up disrespect. What sleep number is that, JaVale? Golden State clowning early. Anunoby, his body's there, but his mind is not ready. KD hits him with the back door. Everybody was getting involved, and it was a huge first half run of dominance from Golden State. But this man, the Compton killer, DeMar DeRozan, yeah, he's got the 3-ball now. How about 42 points? Now, you think he's been watching footage of Harden? Look at this wicked wiggle, and then the nasty Euro step and finishes on the left side. And honestly, the Warriors had no answer for this man. He was getting any place he wanted on the floor, and then he has the athleticism and size to finish around the rim amongst the trees. Now, after an 81-point first half, this third quarter was completely different. How about 8 trips to the free throw line for Toronto? There's CJ Miles doing the only thing he knows how to do. The lefty gets the 3, and Kerr wants a T. So Kerr gets a T. But the real story was the 14 offensive rebounds from Pirtle and Siakam, and they were just killing Golden State on the glass. There's DeRozan with the floater. Now look at this. A minute left, down 1. Steph Curry, struggling, kind of out of rhythm, drives Pirtle, puts him on his butt, and he lands on the golden arm. Take a look at this spill. And Steph, he just falls bad, man. He takes a lot of contact, so here he is at the line, 92%. Yeah, he misses both of them. Next possession, they switch KD onto DeRozan and force a tough shot. So now here we go, 26 seconds left. What are they going to run? It's the high pick and roll to KD. He doesn't even put it on the ground. He just lets it fly and gives Golden State a 3-point lead with 20 seconds left. Toronto still in this, and it's CJ. You know what he's going to do. Great verticality from Looney. You see Looney in the game at the end, by the way, Draymond Green, and we're going to have a jump ball with just 8 seconds left. But up 3, does Golden State foul? And it gets ugly here. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. My life flashed before my eyes when Pirtle dove at Curry's legs. We already see him chipped up. Now watch this in the corner. And he hits Curry over. And what happened? Out of bounds. They rule it Toronto basketball. But after further review, look at DeRozan. Out of bounds, and it hits his foot. It's Golden State ball, and they narrowly escape after putting up an 81-point first half. So that first half was something special, right? That was record-setting 81 points. I think it was 22 assists to 1 turnover, and you really saw the Warriors, like in all their greatness, just everybody hitting everything. Clay came out. You could tell Clay felt some type of way about that performance in Milwaukee, so he came out blazing. Everybody was blazing except for Steph Curry. I hate to say it, but I kind of think they're downplaying this second tweak of the right ankle because, and I don't know if it's hurting him, but I know he's thinking about it because he was very passive. His rhythm was kind of off, and he just didn't seem confident. There was a driving layup where he went off the wrong foot, and then he landed funny because he didn't want to come down on it. And so I'm not saying it's bothering him, but I definitely can say that it's on his mind. Now, he ended up with 24 points, but it wasn't a great performance from Steph. He did share the ball. He kept it moving and kept the flow. But watching that first half, I think myself and I know all y'all Dub fans at home were kind of like, damn, let's save a little bit of this for the second half. And we knew the inevitable letdown was going to come in the second half. It's so difficult, especially on the road against an opponent like Toronto. So you knew it was going to come. And they shot 17 free throws in that third quarter, so the refs, they really started tweeting the whistles, and it really broke the rhythm from Golden State. But I want to credit Toronto. They've kind of reversed their game plan at the half, and then they started using their size. Valanciunas, it's Pirtle, right? Jakob Pirtle, man. But, they used their size, really hit us on the glass. I think it was like a 44-29 on the glass, 14 offensive rebounds, and they really smashed us in that third quarter and got back. But part of it was the foot was off the acceleration. The foot was off the gas pedal, and you could see it. And it's kind of inevitable. It's just what's going to happen in the NBA. They brought up during the telecast how many large comebacks have happened in the NBA already this year. They were kind of like foreshadowing, right? DeMar DeRozan, 42 points, clearly, an all-star starter. And it's rare to see a guy, I think, at this point in his career really take another step. Usually that happens within the first 5 years of a guy's career, right? And then, but to see him do this is amazing. And he finishes better than I always knew. He was a high flyer, but now he just has a variety of ways to finish. I think it was a mistake. Now Iguodala sat out the second half with the hip flexor. Kerr said he just wasn't comfortable putting him back in, so he sat, and Iguodala would have probably drawn that assignment to slow him down. Klay wasn't defending him as well as I've seen him in the past. And on that very last sequence, you saw Durant switched out onto him and challenged that shot. And I think the way to go with DeRozan, from what I've seen, is you got to put size on him. He's going to destroy a guy his size or smaller because of his vertical, his athleticism, and then that mid-range. But he, you know, all the credit to DeRozan because he really is that dude. Now, Looney, again, got the crunch time. There was no Jordan Bell again. And he did just fine because, like I said, Pirtle and Valanciunas and Siakam were all over the glass, so they stayed with Looney, and he did his thing boxing out, but I don't know about y'all, I was a little iffy with him down the stretch handling the ball. There was a play, he got the ball into the basket, and you were like, ooh, right? But KD kind of hit us with the bailout, but ultimately there was more energy that expanded in the final, 8 minutes of that game than you would have liked because of the length of this road trip and because of the opponents. You would have liked them to have been able to cruise and kind of chill the final 6 to 7 minutes of that game. That wasn't the case. Steph took a nasty fall. You saw it driving with Pirtle, and he needed to get the ball to KD. He like I said, his rhythm was off. He came down. I wonder, does he have like insurance on that right hand, man? But he came down on it, and then I wasn't surprised he missed the 2 free throws because he basically had a whole stinger to that arm and that shoulder. He doesn't land well, and if would y'all be surprised if he was a scratch for this MLK game? Right? And so I'll be disappointed, man, because this has kind of been an ongoing theme this year in the NBA is all these scratches and all these matchups that everybody's looking forward to. You're not getting the guys at full strength, right? So I wouldn't be surprised, but he takes that spill. KD bails us out. But again, he doesn't look right, and I don't know if it's up here or if it's the actual ankle. They didn't give any kind of real information. They're like, he slipped at practice. There's no MRI being ordered. He's fine, right? Well, he didn't look fine. He looked worried about it. That's all I got to say about that. Toronto, I'm very impressed with them. They're young dudes. Like I brought this up in that Cleveland video. They're fearless. And, Ujiri, he has an upper hand on other GMs as far as international players. Clearly, he has those connections. OG Anunoby, right? Am I saying that right? These are some of these names, and you got Pirtle, and then how about the kid from Wichita State? He came in, and he's a little dog. He's got that Chris Paul chip on the shoulder, right? But I would, if they were to make a move like Serge, Serge, he's just, like I said, he ain't what he used to be. I haven't looked at his contract, but you may be able to get something. People are always looking for a guy that protects the rim and can shoot the three. But I don't know if they would float Serge out there to bolster this team, because I think these young guys are ready. They're like I said, they're fearless. Now, they may have some stinkers in the playoffs, but I think they're ready to play now. And I would just give Pirtle Serge's minutes. So I don't know. Raptor fans, you let me know what you think about that. But I'm impressed with y'all. This Cleveland game, I want everybody at full strength, man. I want no excuses from either side. But I'm trying to get this up. Y'all that support these videos and say, oh, man, you should have 1 million subs and this is good. How do you only have this? Hit the notification bell. Spread the word. Comments. That always helps me. Post it on Twitter, Facebook, whatever it is. Man, shout your boy out so I can continue to grow. I appreciate that. Hit that like, share, and subscribe. I'm out, y'all.